For today, we're playing Payday 3 with the RTX 3060 Ti. And to start it off, we're playing the game at 1080p at the max settings. Alright, here we are at 1080p and at the max preset. First game one will always be very stuttery and very laggy, but from experience, this will go away in your second game into the game. See? So laggy, guys. First kill, extremely laggy. So the manager is who? Yeah, this is the manager. Gotta go find her real quick. Boom, 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 boom. Cool. Ooh, major stuttering. VRAM sitting at 4.6 gigs. FPS wise sitting in the 120s and 130s. Quite good. Again, the stuttering will go away in our second game. So, I guess you'll see in a second once we finish this heist. I'm not a big fan of the hit markers. Sounds very weird. Just hurts your ears kinda. Like it feels like it's clipping. The audio is clipping a little bit. That's what it sounds like. You can't disable it either or change it up like you can in COD, for example. Which sucks. It might be an issue with this gun only though. I will have the M4 or the M14 unlocked after I finish this. So we'll see if it's an issue with that as well. I'm hoping it is. Whoa. This game is really fun. I think it needs more content. There's only a couple of heists you can do, as far as I can tell anyway. But it's pretty good. It's definitely an upgrade over Payday 2. But yeah, it just needs more content. Don't you dare. Don't even think about tasing me. I am out of ammo though. I gotta go find ammo quickly. So yeah, for 1080p, there's not much point in lowering the settings. The game already plays fine. Again, the stuttering will go away in your second game. So don't worry about that. FPS wise, it's great. VRAM is great. And all around, it's a great time. But for the high resolutions, I'm guessing I gotta lower the settings to have a good experience. Mainly 4K anyway. I think 1440p might be fine still. If you're going for 60 FPS, it'll be easy. But, you know, above 60, might have to lower the settings a little bit. I can go ahead and pause the game right here and use upscaling as well and see how that affects the quality of the graphics and the FPS. Go down here and use the quality mode and see how it looks. Okay, the FPS is now up into the 160s. That's fantastic. Way better than before. I think we had 120 to 130, almost the 140s at native 1080p. And now we're setting the 150s and 160s. And the graphics look pretty good as well, to be honest. The image quality is a bit worse, but overall, it's quite decent. So if you want to get more FPS at the max preset, this is definitely a way to do it. Just make sure your CPU is up to the task. Wait, that's a bad guy. Sorry, that's the cop. That is the good guy. Stealing my money, though. Alright, the hell is here? Let's go. Let's drop the bags quickly. He's throwing it out the window. Nice work. Throw it there. I'll take it off chains. Give me that. No, you don't. We're gonna get rich. Uh-oh. Oh. Major stuttering there. We got more bags coming still. Alright, I'll keep throwing them in. Okay, let's go ahead and lower the upscaling to the balance mode and see how it looks and how it performs. Normally it should look pretty good. And FPS wise, a bit better, but not by much. Let's go ahead and go inside. We had like 160 in here. That's about the same. Not much has changed from the balance preset. I'm seeing a bit of smearing though. Like right here at the door frame when I'm moving. Not a big fan of that. I think it's definitely pushing it a bit too much for 1080p. Wait, are we leaving? Fine, okay, let's leave then. So yeah, at 1080p, you have nothing to worry about. The game plays just fine at the max settings. If you do want more FPS, you can either lower the settings of the game or use upscaling to get the FPS that way. Let's move on to 1440p at the max settings to begin with and go from there. Now playing the game at 1440p and at the max preset. There we go. So we had around 120 to 130 FPS at 1080p. Now we're sitting in the 70s and 80s. So quite a hit to our FPS, but still, it's quite good. The game looks so sharp though. Wow, this guy's gonna be a master. I'm gonna just sit back and just enjoy the free ride and the free loot. Look, he's already speedrunning it. Look at this guy. I do wish the cops were here though. It would be better for the video, but still. I can't even lie, that was just too boring. So I'm gonna do a solo game to not screw up that guy's game. So, let's gonna run it down. I'm gonna go right in. Go for it, let's go. Get down. Finders, keepers. Give me all this. This is mine. Alright. Waiting for the cops to come up. See how much the FPS falls. And see if the stuttering sticks around. But from experience, it should not.
Easy money.
Yeah, it is easy money, but if you get caught, it's not going to be an easy life. Let's type your hands. Type your hands. Here we go. The cops are here. Okay, the sound effects is still really weird. Not a big fan of it. Hello. Okay. One started there so far. So yeah, not too bad all around. The FPS is a bit lower than before, but you could either lower the settings of the game or use upscaling to get the FPS back. And using balanced upscaling, we're sitting in the 130s now, / the 120s. It's a pretty massive FPS increase, and the graphics look pretty good as well. Okay, let's go to an exit out and lower the settings to a mix of high and ultra settings instead. So I ended up lowering the settings to a mix of high and ultra settings, and the FPS went from the 70s and 80s up into the 80s and 90s, easier scenes up into the 100s. So it's a slight FPS bump, and if I'm being honest, I wouldn't personally do it. We gained far more from the upscaling tech, so I would personally just use that if you want to get extra FPS. But I guess the option is there for you if you want to lower the settings. Let's go up to 4K at the max settings and go from there. 40 FPS to begin with. That's a bad start, but with the right settings, that can be fixed as well to get 60 FPS at 4K. Everything looks so sharp and so crisp. It looks amazing, but obviously at native 4K, this card just can't keep up with it. But we'll see how it looks with upscaling. Normally in games, using upscaling at 4K looks just as good as native 4K. So I do have high hopes for this. So our VRAM has gone up from the 5 gig range to almost the 7 gig range at 4K. Sit down. But all around, it's doing quite good still. Okay, let's go to pause it here. Use upscaling at the balance preset. Go again. Sitting in the 80s and 90s, game feels a lot better, guys. Far more responsive, far more playable, and the graphics look amazing still. Just look at that. Extremely crisp, very sharp, and no stuttering that I can feel yet. And our VRAM is now down into 5.5 gigs instead of 6.7. So yeah, I think at 4K, I would definitely use upscaling because it looks great. At 1080p, it's more questionable to be honest. The graphics do smear quite a bit. 1440p, it's right in the middle. It's not as good as native 1440p, but still, it's quite good for getting that extra FPS boost. So yeah, there we go. That's Payday 3. It's honestly quite good. Again, the first game is quite choppy and stuttery, so keep that in mind. But after that, the game will stabilize and play much better. And yeah, I think that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys next time for the next video. See you guys there.